I'd say if everyone's ready, let's go for it.
Okay, well, I figured I would give you guys a little recap since it's been about like a half a year since we played.
That's all right.
I know what you're talking about.
Um, I'm not sure exactly how far back to go, but we'll start at Groodhog, where you guys killed the hill giant leader, got their conch, teleported into the Maelstrom, which is the hold of the storm giants. Bumped elbows and broke bread with the storm giants there until you guys were lured out to a secluded little place and ambushed. You discovered some of them were not, in fact, storm giants, but were imposters. Um, Eventually, it all led up to you guys ousting a blue dragon who was hiding in the courts as an advisor to Sarissa, the youngest of the hill giant daughters of King Hecaton. But in the process, uh, the blue dragon that is, killed one of the daughters, and the other daughter locked herself up in the tower, which is where you guys pretty much left it as you guys went on to investigate King Hecaton's disappearance, which, based off the conversations with the imposter Ymrith, led to you to believe that he was not in fact dead, but instead alive somewhere. So you guys tracked down this golden goose coin that they had as evidence. Discovered it to be one of the gambling chips on the Grand Dame ship out of Waterdeep. Got on board that ship, at least most of you did.
I know what you're
And
talking about. I was going for a jog.
oh, for a jog. And you guys ended up getting yourselves into the captain's quarters where Xana charmed him, and he basically, in the charmed state, explained to her everything that happened. That was the Kraken Society, sorry, I almost forgot the name, had lured King Hecaton and, previous to that, his wife, Neri, Queen Neri, out and killed Queen Neri, and then later on lured out King Hecaton and captured him. And he said that he was being kept on a scry-proof ship that was being sailed around the Purple Isles. Now, last time we played, I didn't have this map, but the map that we're currently on shows you a little bit more into the trackless sea. And you could see the Maelstrom down sort of in the bottom left middle-ish. And if you go up northwest from that, you will eventually see some islands called the Purple Rocks. That is what he was referring to. So that is where you guys are going to be scouting. So essentially, King Hecaton is being somehow kept prisoner on this ship that's sailing around these islands. To what end, you're not sure. Now, the other thing that I forgot to mention when we last played was that you guys got some experience for figuring this all out and doing the whole Grand Dame thing. Even the guys running on the shore.
What?
You guys got a little bit of experience for
Well, yeah, we should. I mean, we should be buff. Our
physical, yeah,
we should
exactly.
have Chun-Li thighs by now. Just saying.
Wow.
I am fully expecting that both of you will be putting all of your points into strength when you next get an ability score improvement for that. But, that's up to you, of course. Joking aside, I'm going to be awarding you guys 2,000 experience points each.
Alright, so let me calc that. So 49,850.
And that should
It does level us up.
level you up to level 9.
Level 9.
I have no clue what that does for me.
Alright. Are we doing this now, or do you want to wait until you're done with the synopsis and stuff?
That's pretty much it for the synopsis. Right now, you guys have basically figured out the whereabouts in a general area for King Hecaton, but you now have to figure out exactly what you're going to do about it, how to go about it. So I think if you guys are up for it, this would be a perfectly fine time to level up if you guys would like.
Yeah, I think if we're going to be facing a Kraken Society and a Blue Dragon, we're going to need all the little experience points and levels that we can get. So
I think most of you guys, I kind of took a sneak peek to see what everybody was getting when they leveled up. I think it's pretty straightforward for everybody. I think the spellcasters have to choose spells, which is going to be sort of the most complicated part, so to say. So if everybody just uses the little anvil on their character sheet, I think it should work for you.
All right. So this roguish archetype, Vinny, it says choose. It just says, does he get to choose an archetype, or is that just something extra?
Mine's mine's
Yours
assassin.
custom. Okay. All right. So I'll just leave it as choose then. And then
Yeah.
It doesn't have assassin on there because
Okay.
I think assassin's like.
I'll give you the default 5, the average or whatever, rather than the roll. For each
For hit points.
Yeah, hit points, and then next. Your sneak attack damage increases to 5d6.
Yeah. I saw that on the chart, but I don't know what else. I thought I got like. I don't know. I thought I got an ability. I'm not sure.
You did. Hang on, I'll look it up for you.
That's cool.
I thought it was kind of interesting. It's kind of more on the RP side of things, not so much helpful in combat, but it's still pretty neat. Let me just find it.
Yeah, I think my next one is an ability.
So you got it from the assassin archetype? Is that what you're talking about? 'Cause
Yeah,
the anvil here didn't really tell you that you got anything. Okay.
Yeah. So no, that's not. Yes,
I'll add it
that's
to the right side, I guess.
what Vinny gets at level 9 is called, for his being assassin, is
Okay.
called infiltration expertise. Starting at 9th level, you unfailingly create false identities for yourself. You must spend 7 days and 25 gold to establish the history, profession, and affiliations of an identity. You can establish an identity that belongs to somebody else. For example, you might acquire clothing, letters of introduction, and official-looking certifications to establish yourself as a member of a trading house or a morose city, or you can insinuate yourself into the company of other wealthy merchants. Thereafter, if you adopt the new identity as a disguise, other creatures will believe you to be that person until given an obvious reason not to. So basically, you can come up with a second identity and sort of just become that person whenever you want to, where people will just say, "Oh, that's that guy who, is from that weird faraway city, but he's, involved with this guild or something like that." So if you need to sneak into places or just be, incognito, it's very helpful.
Cool. All right. I googled that and I copy and pasted that into the right side of his character sheet, the infiltration expertise. So I think it's on the very bottom there.
So, Vinny, if you, not during the game time or whatever, want to sort of come up with a second identity that you want to be able to assume, it'll just cost you 25 gold pieces, and we'll say, you a week to sort of come up with the whole thing.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do my quick roll, and then...
Okay.
Ranger...
I think you just get you get, like, access to 3rd level spells, Vince, which is very nice.
Oh, okay. Looks like 0 of 1 spell, so I get 1... Wow, conjure animals. Well, that's cool.
I don't know what that does.
For the fighters in the party, you guys get something called Indomitable. What that says is you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. If you do so, you must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. So basically, once a day, you can try to re-roll some saving throw that you fail, which is pretty neat.
Neato.
So
Okay,
just remember that you have that.
Okay.
It
So, like, for
automatically
me,
added.
Hmm?
It added to the character sheet automatically. It says Indomitable on it.
Okay, so it should hopefully explain everything, but that's basically the long and short of it. So once a day, re-roll a failed saving throw. I think Xana just gets... I think you get access to 4th level spells, which is actually pretty incredible.
It says level 5.
Is it 5th level? I could be mistaken. Yeah, I knew it went up a tier. I just couldn't remember which tier you were at.
Yeah.
If that's the case, choose wisely, because spells get way more powerful as you get higher,
Yeah.
spell levels.
I'm nervous now.
And I think that should cover everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
So once you guys have sort of figured out your spells, we'll continue.
Okay.
okay.
Go ahead, Nick. Or Brian. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Vince.
No, I'm good. I'm still reading. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just wondering, Nick, do I get to buff my stats at all, or do I just get?
No.
No, not
No.
this level.
That doesn't that I mean, for fighters and to some extent rogues, it happens more often than the other classes, but this is not one of the levels where it happens.
Okay, gotcha. So I just gained the Indomitable feat then.
Yes, you'll also notice too that your proficiency bonus, I believe, went up this level. I think it was like a +4, went to a +5, or maybe it was a 3 and went to a 4. So that will help with everything that you're proficient in, including weapons and saving throws and skill checks and all that stuff.
Yep, you're right. +4. I see it right here. Awesome.
So you'll be hitting a little more reliably. What's that?
That's good.
Where do you see the proficiency?
It's right above your saving throws on the upper left of your character sheet. Like it'll say your name, then under that says inspiration, then the next box under that says proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So if you had like a +10 in deception, you now have a +11 if you are proficient in deception, that kind of stuff.
What I had.
What's that?
I don't remember what it was before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. The sneak attack went up automatically, so I don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Or wait, do you have some item? Hang on a second.
What?
Do you have something that increases your sneak attack damage? No, right? No. Okay, I thought it was going to. Okay, so that's did automatically.
His well, from what I read on his character sheet, his sneak attack damage automatically increased by 5d or something like that.
It went to 5d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just making sure because I think it must be another game I'm confusing myself, where I gave somebody something that increased their sneak attack damage, but it's not this one. So that's all I wanted to make sure.
Did they change the way? Like, I'm looking at the D&D 5e, and like I'm reading the Conjure Animals thing, and they're talking about fractions now, like 1/2, 1/4. I thought
CR, yeah.
I thought that like ape was 5 or 6, and like the weak stuff was like 0 and 1, and now we're into 1/2 and 1/8. So, is there a difference, or I guess?
Yeah, well, the stuff that you're conjuring is not going to be anywhere as strong as like the giant ape. So yeah, it's going to be like maybe like a 1 or a 2, and then if you summon multiple things, then it'll probably be like a 1/2 or a 1/4 or something like that. As far as like DR challenge rating, basically how tough the monster is.
Okay, so one beast of challenge rating 2 or lower, and that's something that could be crushed easily. I would assume those are like just okay.
Let's see. I'll give you an example.
Yeah, I guess I'm not because I'm looking at the 1/8s, and there's like I pulled up a list of monsters by challenge, and one of them is like a giant crab, and that's under the 1/8s area. The poisonous snake, tribal warrior of all things, and then there's an ape under 1/2.
So, like, if you want to summon a CR2 monster, so you'd only be able to summon one of these, you could summon a giant boar, which is AC 12, hit points 42, speed 40, and it does 2d6 plus 3 damage on a hit.
That could be.
So it's not like incredible, but it's good considering you could just summon it out of nowhere, wherever you are.
Right. Does it get its own turn initiative, or is that I have to take an action to tell it what to do?
No. So the way that it works, I believe, is it acts on your initiative, but after you go. So you take your turn, and then you tell what your creature what to do.
Okay. I am tempted to I'm torn between Conjure Animals and Non-Detection. That Non-Detection is like super good.
What does that do?
Like for the duration, I can basically just hide a target, and they can't be targeted by divination magic or perceived through magical scrying. But I'm assuming that means that they can still see me physically.
Yes, that's almost exactly what Dragon has on his necklace.
I see. Okay.
Where he can't be scryed, he can't be divined, but he doesn't make him like invisible or anything like that.
Okay, in that case, I'll take Conjure Animals. I wouldn't mind extra attack. Attack efficiency.
It could be a meat shield.
Yeah, it could in a pinch help. All right, so let me go on there. So if you wouldn't mind, Nick, not now, but if you could send me a list of I'm looking at different websites trying to get an idea of what I can summon and how strong it's going to be. If you have an easy list there that you're looking at, and you can send up later, that'd be great. If not, then
the only thing that's not super easy about this list is I'm gonna put it into D&D chat right now.
Okay.
The website. It lists every monster in there by CR. You can only summon beasts, so just keep that in mind. So if you see something like Giant Boar, that's going to be a beast. But if you see like Bandit Captain, that's not a beast.
That's fine. No, that's perfectly fine. I know the difference, but yeah, I mean that's cool.
I just imagine.
It's just nice to have a list of which the strongest one is, and based on that, like how that 1/2 and 1/4 and 1/8 sort of like how that converts into the whole CR level thing.
Yeah.
I may need your guidance later. I may ask. So just
That's fine. That's fine. It take a look through them too, because like some of them, like even that boar had like a special ability. I think it's like a charge attack or something. So just because two things are of the same CR, they might have totally different sort of special abilities that they can do. You know.
Okay. Monsters by CR.
So take a look through them when you have a minute.
Okay.
This is tough. I don't know what to pick.
Have you narrowed it down at all?
No.
That's good.
Only because like I'm not too fond of any of them, to be honest.
Really, the 5th levels you don't like?
I don't really like them.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say only because like, what's his face? Brian, what's your tank's name? I forgot.
Bernane.
Sorry. He has the immovable rod, and I have like this level 5 spell is hold monster, so I feel like that's kind of moot.
No, not at all. Hold monster is like hold person, but for anything. And if you successfully hold the monster, he becomes paralyzed in any attack against it. Well, any melee attack against it is an automatic crit if it hits.
Cool.
So it's very powerful, and it also is a CC. You could just hold something out of the way. That's not even a human. It could be anything.
That's true. The mass cure wounds I was looking at too. That's a huge like healing spell, I think.
Yeah, massive bomb heal for the entire party. I think when I first hit level 5 spells on my bard, I actually took Modify Memory because I thought it was a really cool spell. You could basically like just completely make up a memory in a creature's or a person's head. You know what I mean? So
wow.
I remember when we did this, the way that we handled a Groodhog was I snuck in there. One of the wizards cast Fly on me, and I flew in there, snuck my way all the way to Guh, and I created a memory in her head that she agreed to give us the conch as a trade for a massive amount of food.
Wow.
So she just gave us the conch, and we didn't have to fight her.
Wow, you suck. we spent
said the same thing.
We spent 6 months fighting through that tank place.
Dude, my DM was so disappointed. I felt so bad, actually. Like, he planned all this stuff out, and then we just snuck in and, like, completely circumvented the entire thing.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, so just because something on paper doesn't look super good, it can be very good if you're creative, you know?
Gotcha.
And you don't have to choose right now if you're really stuck. We could just move on, and you could just, pick it later. That's fine. I don't want to, like, rush you or anything, you know?
Yeah.
I can summon a green dragon wormling. Is that a beast, I'm assuming? Or is a dragon not a beast?
No, I think it has to have the beast subtype.
Okay, gotcha. That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. Although wormlings are like baby
Babies,
dragons.
yeah.
So it's not like a dragon, but it's still very...
Oh yeah, it says medium dragon. I see the difference. Yeah. Large
Okay,
dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to take the dog out. Hold on.
Okay. Well,
I took her outside.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm going to just move you guys back to this map.
Okay.
Currently, you guys are in Waterdeep, down here to the southwest. You guys just got off the boat, the Grand Dame, and learned all this information. I know that there was talks of potentially going up to the Temple of the Allfather, see if the Stone Giants have made any progress there. There was talk of going back to the Harpers to see if I can't remember his name because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But that's sort
That
of
guy.
Archmage or whatever there.
Mm-hmm.
had any information that could help
We'll
you?
just call him Deckard Cain. It's fine.
Deckard Cain, pretty much. I mean, that's the voice I go for.
Yeah, right. Stay a while and listen.
Whether or not it hits, we'll see.
All right. Yeah, I'll wait till she gets back, but
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
no, that's cool. Absolutely.
My proficiency bonus went up.
So, I'm gonna have to go through these monsters now. Like, I'm looking at the giant constrictor snake, the polar bear, and the giant boar. I don't know what other ones are good yet, but that constrictor snake looks kind of cool. Although it doesn't have any poison damage. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, it's a constrictor snake, not a venomous snake, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
I will say that once you have some idea of like the most common ones you plan on using, just give me a list so that I can add them into the game and I can actually give you like controllable tokens and stuff for them.
No problem. Yeah, I know that must be a pain to have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a one and done thing. So once I set it up, it'll be no problem at all. It's just I just need to know what you're looking for, you know.
Gotcha.
It's like the druid.
Yeah, the druid is way worse actually.
Yeah,
way worse.
It's awesome. It can like transform into anything.
Yeah, transform, and I have to actually have it take her stats. Some of them, like her mental stats, stay, but the physical stats go to the beast. And it's like, it's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing.
My God.
Oh, okay. I heard that the like highest level you can cast spells while transformed.
So, oh, nice. Well, I can summon a swarm of poisonous snakes. Apparently.
There you go.
That's kind of cool.
There is some. I mean,
I'll go through this. I feel bad because I'm looking at all of them. I'm like, yes, I want that. I want that. I want that.
You're fine. You're fine. It's you'll actually see if you decide to like summon like 8 little tiny poisonous snakes and you have to control 9 tokens. You're gonna be like, okay, now I see why Nick is bitching all the time.
I won't do that too. I promise.
No, you can. You can honestly do what you want. It's not hard for me to set it up. I just need advance notice, you know?
Yeah. The downside is that so many animals, though, that's going to slow everything down. So I'll try and pick a really good one.
Okay. But, again, don't limit yourself. If you think that there's a situation that might come up where having a swarm of stuff might be really helpful,
yeah,
do it. You know,
okay.
Like if it's going to save, like, the party, right?
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
All right. This is going to require an entire week of me brainstorming. So thank you for that.
Gave you some homework.
Yeah, I got some stuff to do now. So I'll see you guys next week. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, all joking aside, this is going to be a very short session today because
That's
it's
fine.
mostly just planning.
No,
And, yeah, so... My big plans for today were to get you guys leveled up and then also to just get some idea of what's going to happen next so I could plan for that.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
I might choose animate objects.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, dude, that spell is so cool. Because, like, the reason I almost took that spell on my bard is because, like, just imagine you're in, like, some, like, dining hall or something, and there's a bunch of, like, forks and knives on the table, and you just animate them all, and they start, like, attacking something. It's so good. It's just, and you could, like, do anything. Like, if you have a locked door in front of you, just animate the door and turn it into a living thing, and then it just opens, you know?
Oh,
Seriously?
you've got to do this. I'm just
That's
saying.
hilarious.
With your imagination, you could do so much with that. I'm just saying.
Oh man,
It's like a funny but also incredibly useful spell.
I'm gonna feel like I'm in Beauty and the Beast or something.
Pretty much.
Cool.
Okay,
Ooh, a plesiosaurus. Not very helpful on land.
I'll animate my loot to play itself.
You
Plesiosaurus.
could do that.
I'll animate my
it'd be good
cloak to
have
billow
more in
even
the
more.
sea.
Uh-huh.
Animate your
Or
cloak.
going to be.
Oh, that is awesome. So this plesiosaurus, right? If we're going after a ship in the sea, I could summon this thing, and then like it could make a huge distraction with the ship that we're about to board. Okay, that might be a thought. Yeah, I'm gonna start writing this stuff down for Nick. So, when do we want to? Are you done, hun? Or are you still looking at stuff?
I'm applying my change.
Okay. I didn't want to, like, talk plans if you're still busy doing stuff.
Class widget. I've gained Song of Rest and spell slot features. I'm assuming Song of Rest is a little more powerful now.
Yeah, I think it becomes a D8 from a D6 or a D4 or whatever it was.
Okay.
So you'll get a little bit more healing off your short rests, which is
Okay.
always nice. And what was the other thing it said?
Fudge. I pressed next too fast.
That's okay. No big deal. It should all be on your character sheet anyways.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oops.
So, I mean, just a couple of options that we have. Like Nick said, we were talking about going to the Harpers and talking to Deckard Cain and seeing about, possibly scrying the location of the ship. I know it's protected by magical stuff, but if there's like a magical shield that's blocking them, maybe they can give us the general whereabouts of where it is. We've also got an airship, so we can scout the area high up and avoid hopefully any problems just from scouting up. I now can summon any beast that's like level 2 or challenge 2 or below or something like that. So I can actually summon this Plesiosaurus, which is an ocean creature, to cause a distraction or do damage to the ship if need be.
In a pinch, you could just ride it, if you get trapped in the water, too.
That's true. Trying to think of what other things that we were thinking about.
You can summon a weasel.
Look for weaknesses.
I don't know. What would the weasel do?
Be cute.
Oh, okay.
Be
It's just
a playmate for
right.
What's her face?
My own little ferret. Yeah. Trying to think what else. Any other ideas on what you guys think we should do?
Look for weaknesses for the dragons.
I mean, I think we should ask the giants for help. I mean, it's their freaking king, and I know what Nick said in the Discord chat about not trusting us or whatnot. But like, I mean, come on, if we're gonna fix all of their land, then the least they can do is give us like a super good weapon for each of us, or give us something to help us rescue their king. Like, give us something, either that or an army of storm giants to help. I don't think it's asking too much, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you have any ideas or any thoughts?
I was thinking that, and this is just one option, but I was thinking we could explore the other islands to see if we can maybe get some allies. Maybe.
Okay. You mean allies, like allies that have the capability of flying or sailing or what? Something like that.
Yeah, or that would help us in some weird way. Just allies in general. Maybe fighters. Maybe I don't know.
Like a small army kind of thing.
Something like that, or maybe just if we happen to meet like a magic user, maybe we could elicit his help or her help. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought, because there are lots of islands out here, so they might be worth exploring a little bit.
Yeah.
But
we may also want to get some information about this Kraken Society. I'm thinking maybe if we can ask. I don't know if the Harpers would know, but if there's like some sort of special. I mean, that town where the Harpers are seems to be like on the up and up in terms of science. I wonder if there'd be like a special building or a knowledge, like a library that we could go to where we could learn more about them and what their capabilities are. Because this if I remember correctly, when you guys were on that boat, that casino ship, you found that small squid or octopus or whatever it was in the cabin, and he was actually mind controlling the captain, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And then you guys threw it overboard, I guess, to save it, not knowing that it was actually the one causing everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if they've got some sort of mental psychic abilities. That's something we should look into so we know what we're getting into later.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can I jump in just for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
This was all theorized by you guys and not confirmed by me. I just want to throw that out there.
No, okay, that's no problem. I thought you had confirmed it in a prior. Okay, I thought
No.
doing it. Okay, well, it's possible. Well, we should ask anyway about this Kraken Society and just get some information. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, agreed.
Kraken. Lily, anything on your end?
No.
Harper's. I'm just writing all this down. Kraken Society, Harper's, Scry, possible allies. Vinny, anything?
Well, depends. To me, finding a weakness for the dragons just in case, because we might need something to get rid of the dragons in case there are dragons in the sky if we do try to use the airship.
Yeah,
That's true.
Considering the fact that the dragons know about our existence, just because they attacked the temple for literally no reason, which might be a good way to check.
So
The temple, because the fact that they attacked the temple for literally no reason.
well, we don't know that.
It was a blue dragon though, which is a coincidence. So I think it's something to look into. And how did the dragon get in the first place? Because it didn't come from the entrance.
Remember, it flew in from the ceiling or something like that and crashed the party. That's what happened. Anyway, so
I thought it flew from below.
yeah, we can ask about the blue dragon and get some more information, maybe from the Harpers, as to what they're weak against. I think it was electric, possibly, or no, I think they were immune to electric or something like that.
I think so.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, their breath weapon is lightning, and they are very resistant, if not immune to them. To lightning, that is.
We'll have to figure out what they're susceptible to.
Right.
Yeah, because if we're going to scout the islands, we might be safe from the Kraken Society's ship sailing around, but that blue dragon could be with them. I don't know. And if we run into that thing, and our airship isn't going to last very long.
Right.
So that's something to think about. Yeah.
Maybe we can find information about the dragons themselves.
Yeah, I think we'll start with the Harpers. I think starting with the Harpers is where we're going to end up going. We'll ask about the Blue Dragon and the Kraken Society, possible scrying into the general area of King Hecaton and the Purple Isles and all that stuff, and figure out where the general area is. I don't know if the Harpers have the ability to scry the Blue Dragon to let us know its whereabouts. Can it track individual creatures? Or
the way scrying works is it's sort of it's like a percentage chance to work, and the more information or physical things you have of the thing you're trying to scry, the better chance it will work.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So you can it's worth a shot, but it's not guaranteed.
Okay. If we attempt to scry for the Blue Dragon and we do see it and it's far away from the Purple Isle, then we can go in there and know that, okay, it should be relatively safe to scout with our airship, and this thing won't take us by surprise. But yeah, that's what I came up with.
You guys are not. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you guys are still pretty new to D&D, so I'm just going to throw it out there. If you guys went to the Maelstrom and were able to retrieve some of maybe Ymrith left behind some personal effects, stuff like that will help in the percentage chance of actually trying to scry.
Good to know. Okay, so I'll just add here personal effects. If I remember correctly, the Maelstrom had a pool that had a scry ability 3 charges a day or something like that.
That's correct.
Okay. Scry pool in Maelstrom.
That could be a nice little area.
3 times a day. Personal effects increase chance. So maybe we check with the Harpers and then go back to the Maelstrom, ask for help from the Giants to help rescue their king, and at the same time use the scrying pool to figure out if we can get a general idea of where the Blue Dragon is. Maybe figure out what else would we scry for. I mean, if the ship is magically protected, is there anything else you guys would think about scrying for? Okay, I'll take that as a no.
I'm just sorry. I'm trying to think too.
No, you're fine. I think we have. I mean, we've got two plans here. One is the Harpers. Ask about get some information about Blue Dragon, Kraken Society, and scry. Possible scry. Figure out where they are, and then go to the Maelstrom. Ask for help from the Giants, and use their scry pool as well, and use Nemeth's personal effects to help. Maybe we should go to the Maelstrom first, then get her personal effects and bring it to the Harpers, because if they're trained mages, maybe they would have a better scry chance than we would.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
So Maelstrom first to do the personal effects.
So here's a wild idea. that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, and once again, this is just a thought, but we could also scry for perhaps other dragons in the area that maybe are the enemies of blue dragons.
That's
Maybe
a
we
thought.
could elicit their help some way. Maybe make a deal for their help for some treasure or something.
That's a
I
thought.
don't
The only thing I'll say about that is, from what I know about dragons, most, if not all of them, are inherently evil.
True.
So they will have no problem scorching us to a crisp or whatever
Right.
to suit their needs. The green
Right, but-
dragon.
Yeah, that one. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. But if we could find like a gold dragon, they're lawfully good. So
Are they? Oh,
maybe they are. So they would maybe help us
okay.
in exchange for something. But
I hadn't.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how rare or how common gold dragons are in this particular part of the world. So just a thought. Once
No,
again.
that's a good one. Gold dragon. Are gold dragons a rare commodity, Nick? Is that something that's common? I mean, I've never heard of this before. That's kind of cool.
Sorry, what was it?
Gold dragons, Brian said, are lawfully good.
Yeah.
Are they rare or an extinct race? Or are they still around?
So, first of all, I'll just explain. So, there's this idea of metallic dragons and chromatic dragons. Metallic dragons are generally good, so that's silver, gold.
Okay.
There's more than that, but you get the idea. And then your blue, red, green dragons, those are the evil guys. So, generally speaking,
Okay.
yeah, the metallic ones are more good, and then the chromatic ones are more evil.
Okay.
Cool.
To answer your second part, there's not like a ton of dragons. They're still just like the giants, very low numbered because of the war they had waged long ago. They
Mhm.
haven't quite repopulated their numbers.
Mhm.
So it's not like you could just walk down the street and find a dragon. You know?
Right.
Right.
Just-
Right.
that'd be awesome.
That would be
Dragon
awesome.
Yeah.
Town.
I mean,
Okay.
you guys have been in contact with the dragon already, and I'm not talking about Venom Fang.
Well, Venom Fang's dead, and
The
we had a
white-
we fought a white dragon and killed it.
And then the red one that we talked
Oh
to.
yeah, the red
'Cause
one, but that
with
was an
airship.
evil one though. That's the cultist drag. Hey, they're the
Yeah.
one that gave us the airship in the first place. I was thinking about that, but I was worried that the red dragon would just have his way with us. You know,
It's possible. It's certainly
I
possible.
think Nick's just trying to get us to party wipe.
We don't.
Well, I'm just saying, the
I know,
guy
I'm
helped
ki-
you already once,
I'm
right?
teasing you. Well,
He gave you a ship.
That's true for his own selfish reasons, but yes.
Surely,
We
surely.
don't, we don't
No
know
doubt
what's
about that.
going on. They thought, what are the other dragons, like, their relations with each other? Because they might not.
I
The
don't-
red dragon might actually have some issues with the blue dragons in general.
That's true.
Or another
Yep.
problem.
I'm assuming the red dragon is weaker or stronger than the blue dragon. Is there a class color, like is red the best, blue the best kind of thing, or are they all different?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It basically works based off of age.
Okay.
So the older a dragon, the more powerful it is.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I'd say making a deal with a red dragon is Plan B. Just because of the evilness nature of it.
Sure.
But I have a feeling that we have that airship, and at some point that red dragon's going to come knocking anyway. So you never know. That's going to be a Nick surprise kind of thing. I have a feeling. All right. So what about you, Hun? Any thoughts from you on what you think we should do, or?
Is the conch a magic object by chance?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Then no, I don't have any thoughts.
Wait, let's continue. I'm just curious.
You gonna animate the conch?
I wanted to animate it to just come and find us.
What do you mean? We have the conch.
like if we were to scry like where the conch was, like I can.
We have the conch.
I don't know.
The conch.
I thought we had to get another one.
No, we still have it in our possession. It's a fast travel back to the Maelstrom kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we already have that. So that's how we would get to the Maelstrom in the first place. We would.
I see. I'm playing a whole new different game here.
I see.
Jesus.
Well, Xana, I do have that animated shield, so
Oh, that's true.
maybe in like some way we could work together to cause mayhem.
A
Oh,
super
that is
animated shield. How
So
would that work?
cute.
I don't
I
know.
can animate
I'm
his
just, I'm
animated
just saying.
shield.
Because she could animate pretty much anything if she has that spell, and I have the animated shield, so I don't know. Just an idea.
That's chaos.
I can.
Yeah, it
I
is
can,
chaos.
Wait,
Total
wait. I
chaos.
can animate a sword. Can I animate a sword and then have it
and
make
make,
a love
like-
child with his animated shield?
You had me in the first half.
Yeah,
You can animate a sword, but you cannot make it procreate with a shield. No.
Make like an animated mega weapon.
that
is
would.
just.
Yeah.
There's no biology there that makes sense.
Damn it.
Is there a limitation on your animation, hun? Like, can you animate anything of any size?
I can
No.
hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it has to be. It does have certain limitations. That's the whole thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's basically all
imitate
the
a car or a
spells.
wagon.
I was to say, can we just animate the ship that they're on and force it to sail into the Maelstrom and be like, there you go! King Hecaton, we delivered him right to you.
That would be nice.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
That you're gonna have to read on that later and let me know what
Yeah,
what
I
that
know.
means. Okay.
It's so much.
But I mean, you could create like an invisible warrior, like say Xana does, animate a sword, and with my animated shield, it would be basically like an invisible
That's true.
fighter.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
I have something called Primeval Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I have the ability to talk to animals, give them, I think, basic actions, and get a sense of how they're feeling. I wonder if I'd be able to communicate with the birds in or around the islands to also help us, like... Are you spooked by anything? Is there anything weird going on? I don't know how well I can read, but it just seems like I'd be able to do something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a thought.
Good idea.
Another
Clever.
idea. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
What'd you say?
No, I was just saying that's clever. That's a good idea.
Saberwolf also has that ability to detect humans, orcs, and giants, and I'm assuming that magical protection is protecting them from that. Is that correct? Heighten. I'll have
That
this-
is a gray area, but I would say it probably would protect it from
okay.
that.
Makes sense. No, you're the boss. I wonder if we get close enough, then I'll sort of like sense a disturbance in the force, but not know anything more than that kind of thing.
Yeah, we could work with something like that.
Okay.
Nice.
Animate a tree. Sorry.
Okay.
Animate a
She's just going through the list of things to animate still. She's not paying attention.
You can't
Look,
animate the ocean and just
No, I think that's considered huge, isn't it?
I would think so.
I would say it's bigger than huge.
75% of the land of the water on the 75% of the planet is just water. So yeah.
Can you animate the tree and have the branches hold an enemy?
That'd be cool.
That's an idea. That would be
Theoretically,
cool.
yes.
We could also look for
Attack of the Ents. It worked in 2 towers. Just saying.
Mm.
Got to bring them some wives.
But you have to make them talk really, really slowly. It'll be great.
We have decided that we will grapple that target for you. The battle ended 20 hours ago. Okay. If you guys want, we could go a little bit further, and you guys could try to. I think you said you wanted to go to the Maelstrom first.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like the Maelstrom to collect. What is it? Her name, Nimith, whatever. See if we can find her personal effects, and then maybe bring them to the Harpers and see if they can make use of it to scry her location.
Okay, we could do that.
And then ask for help from the Giants. Let them know what's going on.
Okay. So are you guys going to use the conch then?
Yeah, I think that's the only way to get there, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
underwater?
it's Yeah, you could technically get your airship and then sort of swim down the whirlpool, but it
Yeah.
seems like, why bother when you have the conch, right?
Yeah, we've got the conch. Yep.
Okay, so you guys all teleport.
Where did we leave off? Does anyone remember? Was it like Yartar with? Do we remember where we left the airship and where we were?
The airship would be still outside of Groodhog,
Okay.
because remember you flew it there. You did your whole adventure in Groodhog over the course of several weeks. And then you guys immediately used the conch to teleport here, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my recollection.
What was? I'm sorry, Groothog. That was the giant or the hill giant.
The hill giant, fortress, correct.
Okay, airship.
No, I thought we left that at a town. I thought we flew to a town.
I thought-
to Waterdeep, or it was a town nearby, and then we.
We
Just
possibly did. I just don't remember.
You easily could have. I'm very foggy on this. It was a while ago.
We
so
can just say we're in a
Right.
town. I guess maybe we'll just pick one Yartar or something or Waterdeep. I don't care. You just
I think if you guys left Groodhog to go to a town, you guys probably would have gone to Yartar or probably Yartar.
All right. So
to
we'll
be
just
fair.
either retcon it if with GM's permission, just say that the airship is in Yartar. It makes sense because the Harpers
That's
I
fine.
think are either in Yartar or somewhere else.
The main Harpers are in Everland,
Everland.
which is well to the east.
Gotcha.
But they do have a teleportation circle in Yartar,
Right.
so they have a small presence there.
Okay. Okay. So we are in the Maelstrom, and there's Shamu, and okay. So I guess we can make our way to the I guess to the uncle to inform him of what's going on and ask for his permission to get possibly some help and Nimith's personal effects to rummage through them.
Yep, no problem.
whoever he is.
I'm just gonna call him Uncle Owen because I don't remember his name.
Uncle
Uncle Owen.
Oh, the storm giant sort of guy.
Yeah, the Storm Giant. Yeah, the uncle that is sort of in charge right now.
Uther. That was his name.
Uther. Yes, for the light.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Spelled with an O. Totally different.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can make your way up the stairs. And you see that when you guys first arrived here, this was filled with music and the what do you call it? The emissaries from each of the giant races. The two not young, but the two daughters of King Hekaton were playing music and performing for them. Now it stands empty and quiet. You can just hear sort of the drips of water coming down from the ceiling.
Gotcha.
It seems much more somber than it once was.
All right. In that case, I guess I'll go up to those guards and ask them to speak if we can speak to Uther, so that we can update him on our progress.
Sure, and you recognize the one on the left here. He's the guy that was sort of the chatty one. He was
Yeah. Okay.
down guarding your
Little room.
quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he have
And,
a Swedish accent?
No. The Swedish accent of the Frost Giants.
Oh.
Oh,
That was Harshnag. That was Harshnag, was it?
Harshnag, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But when he sees you guys approaching, his whole demeanor sort of changes. He seems happy to see you. He says, "Oh, little ones, you return."
Yes, we did. I have to get back into RPG mode here.
That's right. I'm gonna make you guys talk to me.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes.
All right, so take me to your leader. Nice to see you too. Yeah, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so he gives you all a hearty pat on the back, which almost knocks you to your face on the ground.
After roll 1d6 damage.
But then he will say, "Yes. I'm sure Uther will be very curious to see what you've learned." And he starts leading you guys into the audience chamber. If you guys want to.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
I will grab both of us here. If this will cooperate.
What's his name? Adelon?
Uther. Who?
No.
Yes.
The chat.
Yeah, the guard's name is Adelon.
Good job. Okay.
Very nice.
Did you write that down? How did you just remember that?
I wrote it down.
Okay, there you go.
If you remembered that, I would be shocked.
I know. I wanted to say I remembered, but I didn't want to have another back.
You can't remember how to boil pasta, but you remember Adelon.
Yep.
So as you guys enter the chambers, again, still a very somber mood in here. You could still see Sarissa sort of paralyzed on the throne in the same exact position that you left her. It seems that there is no way to actually remove her from the throne.
Gotcha.
I animate her
No, actually, it doesn't work in this case.
because it's a magical thing, right?
Well, it's because she's already alive.
Oh, okay.
She's just paralyzed. So animating her doesn't really make so. Animate objects. She's not an object, right?
She's a person.
Well, for now she is.
No, she's not. She's a living thing.
All right, fine.
If she was petrified to stone, then we could talk about it. But
I see.
but she is not.
So then I have a question. If she's like still living, can someone like read her mind potentially?
Yeah.
Maybe I should use my message cantrip.
Go for it. I mean, if you think you can.
Yeah,
Can they
absolutely.
talk to you back, or is it a one-way communication?
They reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Because didn't they whisper to something to her? Didn't they didn't she get like valuable information?
That was.
before-
I thought that was the other sister before she died. Like you were trying to read the mind of the middle sister, whatever it was, and then the blue dragon killed her, Nimith. Unless I'm thinking of something else.
I think you're right.
Okay.
So just as a, and this is fogging for me too, so forgive me. But just as a recap, so what happened here is you guys confronted Ymmerith, and eventually it was outed to where she couldn't really keep up the act anymore. She took this scepter from Sarissa, and that's when Sarissa became sort of paralyzed. And then she grabbed Nim, the middle sister, I believe, and took a dagger to her throat, and that's she backed her way out and eventually killed her and flew away.
Damn.
So Sarissa, and I'm not saying you can't do it or you shouldn't do it, but she's not gonna, I don't think, have much information beyond what you guys already know.
You see.
Gotcha.
I'm almost tempted to do it anyways and say, "See, we told you."
Well, told you so. Can't. That is like that's terrible. We're trying to make friends. I told you so.
If you remember, she was like the only one that was on your side, by the
Yeah.
way. So
Oh.
it was like, I told you so. It's just like, what? I'm like the only one here who's your friend.
Maybe we could take her with us. Maybe you could animate the throne she's sitting on. And toss her into
She becomes C-3PO from Return of the Jedi and just floats around the Ewoks.
Yeah, she could come with us. I mean, this is an idea. I mean,
Animate the throne.
toss her into the pool, and we could
Wow.
have a little adventure. I don't know.
I will say that the throne is an incredibly powerful magical artifact,
Wow. Okay.
which is part of the reason why she's currently paralyzed.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
that being said, I don't think I can make the argument that you can't do that.
It says
Oh.
up to 10 non-magical objects. I can.
Well, depending on the size. So you could do 10 very small things or one very big thing.
Interesting.
Oh, really? So this thing that says up to 10 non-magical objects within range?
Yeah, well, it says choose up to 10 non... Oh, it also says non-magical, by the way,
Yeah.
so never mind to that. But it says medium targets count as 2 objects, large targets count as 4, and huge objects count as 8. So you can only do one huge thing.
Yeah.
I would make the argument that the throne is somewhere in the neighborhood of large and huge, as far as this spell is concerned.
So what
Yeah.
end though, hun? I mean, like, I mean, bro.
What?
Why would we do this? What's the?
I can't do it because the
I know.
throne
I'm
is
just trying to understand why we're talking about something we What are we gonna do with a throne?
I'm gonna make it dance so that it seems like she's dancing.
Wow.
Okay,
That would be like so offensive, I feel.
Oh my goodness.
Like forcing their poor
Dance.
paralyzed princess to dance to your music. Like that would
Monkey
provoke
dance.
an attack, I think.
Might be fun to watch though.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, if y'all want to reroll new characters, now's the time to do that.
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
Oh my.
So Uther sees you all approach. Do you have a question there, Vinny? Sorry.
I was thinking maybe we should. I think, as you said, it's magical. Maybe we should try to look to see where that came from.
What's magical?
The stone or the what do you call it? The seed,
the
the throne.
Does it matter?
We could track it. She took the thing with her.
The scepter. She took
Yeah,
the scepter.
she took the scepter with her, so maybe we can actually track it down and find her.
Is the scepter and the throne like intertwined somehow to where we could track the scepter or use the throne to track the scepter? Does that make sense?
Make an Arcana check.
Interesting.
Anybody who's interested.
All right. Oh, I will. I mean, we all
Might
suck
as-
at Arcana, so you might as well. I'll do it.
But it might be something.
All right. I'll roll mine here in a second. I just gotta remember how to do that. And then
Oh, good roll there.
I don't even know what I got.
Natural
17.
20 on the second one.
Oh, okay. And then
Second one,
Vinny's
yeah.
Arcana is public roll. 23 for Vinny.
Wow.
I wonder if I could ask her too with my message if there's any way to track the scepter.
Sunset is not entirely convinced that it's a throne at all. But everybody else, you guys are all sort of putting it together now. Now that you're not in the heat of the moment with the whole Ymrith, escape. It seems to you that the exact second that Ymrith took the scepter from her, she became paralyzed, and beyond that, they are made from the same materials, which is sort of like this smooth black stone, onyx maybe, and the skull of dragons. And you think that they are definitely connected, and that perhaps, in order to sit on this throne, you must be holding the scepter.
Ooh.
Okay.
So they are definitely interconnected.
So what happens if somebody sits on her lap?
Do you want to test it?
No.
I would not.
I was just wondering. I was just
I'll test it.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know.
so I get paralyzed too. Okay.
Should I try?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, you would need a new character to continue.
Oh, okay.
Until you retrieve the scepter.
Okay then.
Oh,
All right.
So yes, you think that they are definitely connected.
Okay. Good call,
Ah.
Vinny. Where
Yeah,
is the
good
uncle
call.
lad? Is he here somewhere?
Yeah, this is him over here.
Oh, the blue guy. Okay.
Yeah, blue guy. Yeah, and he sees you enter, and his face is, he's not happy, about the current situation, but he is happy to see you guys. And he says, "The small folk, what have you learned?" No, he's not a dwarf. The small folk, what have you learned?
Well, to save everyone 20 minutes of explanation,
Yep.
we'll just say that we explained everything that we know about the Kraken Society, about the Blue Dragon. We just put it together that the scepter and the throne are connected. So I guess we'll ask him a couple of things. One, can he give us the help we need to rescue his king? To try maybe a boarding party to either find and seize this ship. And two, go through Nimith's personal supplies or belongings, and possibly we can scry her location, and then finally use the throne's material somehow to track the scepter so that we can possibly get a beat on where that is.
Okay.
Or who made the throne?
To your first question, he replies, I wish that we could help, but currently the Storm Giant Kingdom is in peril. We don't know how deep this treachery goes, and we're still trying to get control of the situation. I wish I could send men to help you, but it's just not a possibility right now.
do you know anyone that would help us if we asked? Like, are you allies with any friends that aren't as busy as you?
He says only the other giants,
I
and
see.
as you could tell, we're in no position to be asking for favors.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. And so, I guess the second question is then, that whole Nimith's personal supply stuff, or their personal effects. Did she leave anything behind? The dust, for example, from the spells that she used and all that stuff. Can we go through her personal belongings and collect things to try and track her down?
Yes, of course. I will have Adelon lead you to her chambers. We investigated them while you were gone, but we left everything intact. Everything that was there, you should find. If it helps you, you're more than welcome to it.
Okay. And then, lastly, the throne material. Do you have any, like, spare... anything that we can use the throne to track the scepter?
I'm afraid not. It's just the throne and the scepter. There's no other spare parts.
I see.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Do you know who made the throne? Do you know the person who made the throne?
Manufacturer.
I
Yeah, the person who
don't
crafted
know.
it.
I don't know who made it specifically, but I know that it was once an artifact of the dwarves. It was given to the Storm King as a gift, but this was hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Alright.
It came from IKEA.
The instructions were terrible.
Right.
Yes.
I still have the L key. What's up?
We had 2 screws left. I mean, were they extra, or did we miss something?
That's so right, though, isn't it? That is so right.
All of a sudden, D&D just got super relatable.
All right. Did you say something, Lily?
No, my roll 20 just died on me.
Yeah, I noticed that you crashed, so that's fine.
Yeah.
We won't do it.
And
Oh, I
every
didn't.
time I try, and go back, the screen looks weird and I can't go in. Sorry.
That's fine.
No, it's okay.
If we can't go any further today, I mean, I don't mind just calling it here, and then if we want to visit the Nimith's room later, or it's up to you. Whatever you guys want to do.
Well, we can fast forward that part. So, Adelon will bring you up to her chambers. You guys find clothing, a few personal effects, like a mirror, that kind of thing, a handheld mirror. You find some journals. If you guys were to inspect them, though, they seem to be like a trick by her to make her seem more, you know what I mean? Like if anybody read her journal, they would just find stuff that makes sense for her to have as the storm giant form.
Okay.
So it's fake, but it's still hers. And you think that if you bring, you're not exactly sure how the Scry thing works, but if you bring a couple of these items with you, you think it'll be helpful.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's grab some of her personal effects then, and yeah. And should we just go to the Harpers and have them scry? I mean, if they're mages, like there's a scry pool right here in the Maelstrom. Is there any advantage to us using it versus the Harpers? Like, do they have a better, I don't know, Arcana magic ability than we do?
Okay, so
I assume so.
here's the thing. The way that scrying works is that it's basically like casting a spell on a target. So, knowingly or unknowingly, the thing that you're trying to scry, if it's a person, is going to have a saving throw.
Gotcha.
So the way that these, like personal effects and first-hand knowledge of the creature and that sort of thing comes into play is that you get a bonus against it. So it's like adding to the DC, essentially.
Okay. Can a scry be performed multiple times in succession until it succeeds, or is there like a limitation? Like, no, you tried scrying once and that's it, you can't do it anymore?
That was going to be my next point.
Okay.
So you can try to scry a target. If you fail, they cannot be scryed for 24 hours.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Now, my third thing that I was going to tell you is that scrying is extremely expensive. It costs... well, that's not exactly true. To scry, if you were a wizard and you wanted to scry, you would have to get 1,000 gold piece focus, like a crystal ball or a mirror or something like that. If you were to go to Crowan, that's the name, by the way, not Deckard Cain.
Darn.
He would already have this, obviously, because this is something he does a lot.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about the cost. But regardless, here it's free.
Okay. So the Maelstrom, it's free, and the Harper's is free. Okay.
Yeah.
I had one of my level 5 spells was scrying, but I didn't choose that one because I figured we could just find people to scry for us.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
Mhm.
All right.
It can be, if like you're in with Crown, right? So I'm sure he'll do it for free for you.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have that, then it would be very expensive to go out and like hire a mage guild to do it for you.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Gotcha.
I say we bring the supplies to Crowan, and just not do the scry unless there's something else we want to scry before we leave with the pool. Like, do we scry? Is there anything you guys can think of that we could use the Maelstrom's pool for?
Can it scry objects?
Like what?
You can
We can
scry
see if
places.
I mean,
Actually, I'm sorry. No, you have to target a creature. I take that back. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I thought maybe we could do the the stone thing and the sector, whatever it is.
So we can't like pick a place on a map and just say, and look at the general area. We have to pick an actual person or an object.
Yeah. So
Like
it's
the
in
octopus.
scrying. It says a particular creature.
Okay.
We could try the
As the target.
octopus.
We could.
Can we scry for Hecaton? No, because he's
magically
under-
protected.
Yeah. Okay.
Could we scry for a gold dragon? I don't know.
Or any sort of.
So that's going to come into play with the other thing where it's like, if you have secondhand knowledge of the target, then that helps your bonus. If you don't know anything about the target, that's going to hurt. You know what I mean?
Right. We have
So
to.
you can try, but especially like a dragon is going to have a very good save, right? So it'll be
Yeah.
very difficult to actually successfully do. Or else people would just be scrying dragons all the time, right?
Right. So true. Yep.
Which is like so not the fantasy, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would it help if like Vinny said, to scry the octopus? Or
Sure.
would
You
that
guys have
not-
firsthand knowledge of the octopus. You've seen it yourselves with your own eyes.
All right. Do you want to try and scry the octopus?
Why are we scrying an octopus? It's an octopus.
Well, it's the it was the
It's a Pokemon.
It's
No.
the magic
Dang
ball.
octopus.
it was the octopus
I
that
feel
was in
like
the
that's
cavern.
where we're wasting a scry on something that's just probably an octopus. I'm just saying.
Well, if in the off chance it's the other Purple Isle, maybe. Just saying, maybe
Yeah.
we'll know that it somehow got home. I don't know.
It also was on
It's
the
up to
ship.
you guys. I don't care. Do you just want to go to the
Have a
Harpers
layer.
then, or what do you guys want to do?
Wasn't that octopus like a bad guy? Like
No,
Nick and-
you thought that.
I thought it was because it's. I don't know.
I thought it was the
No.
one that. Oh, okay.
What happened was, you guys saw the octopus in there, didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you threw it overboard because you killed his master, right? And then later on, you guys were like, "Oh my god, wait! What if he was controlling the captain? That'd be crazy." And then, like, somehow that became fact to you guys.
Yeah.
That
So I'm
would
not
be-
saying it's true or not true. I'm just saying I didn't touch on that subject at all.
But could
Oh,
you
man.
imagine, like, I mean, if the Kraken Society, if that octopus was like a spy, like,
Yeah.
the Master Kraken, if one exists, is using these other octopi and other sea creatures to spy with them. Or I don't know if they have mind control, but I'm just saying
Like,
that'd
all
be,
these
that'd be a cool
octopi-
twist, you know?
All these octopi are like
Wait.
Yeah.
using
brings a good
humans as
point.
hosts.
I'll just
I think it's their leader.
Wait.
so basically we're just gonna have to look for Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and
Oh gosh.
that's who the leader of the Kraken Society is. All right. So
So are we gonna scry for the octopod?
for fun we could.
Again, you get 3 free ones, so it's not going to cost you anything. And if you don't have anything else to scry,
I mean,
Right.
might
I'd
as
rather scry for my girlfriend.
if you want to scry for your girlfriend, you can totally do that. We've got one
Yep.
left after that. So
Absolutely.
Anyone has
And
to make the telephone.
technically, my flute was hers.
Okay.
So, okay. Can you actually remind me, Lily, because it's been a long time.
I don't know
forgive
anything
me,
about this girlfriend.
but where did we actually leave off with that plot line? Because I know that, she was taken by demons. Did you ever actually find her, or did you not?
We just left a message because there was like we left a message at a bar for her because there was like word that she might be alive.
Okay. Damn, I can't remember, honestly.
I don't either.
Well, feel free to watch all 300 hours of my playlist. It'll be great.
Times 2
Yeah.
speed.
Times 2 speed, yeah.
Well, I can't even open my character sheet right now, so.
I honestly see. The problem is that I had like every stupid thing that we do in this game. I have like 10 outcomes, and I can't remember which outcome I actually chose for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just can't remember if you guys actually found her or not, and I should know that, and I apologize, but I don't.
You're
Off
fine.
my head.
Actually found her,
Yeah.
but we heard somebody. We found her like sister.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you found somebody like close to her or something like that.
Right, it was like
It
her
was in that
sister.
mansion.
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
the basement of the mansion where you guys were fighting the demons and stuff. And it was just her sister, right? Not her.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you could try to scry for her.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we could try and find
It's a
her.
nice little side quest.
I would love to, except I can't open my stupid character sheet.
That's fine. Well, yeah, whatever you need to do. That's fine.
I still wanted to find the Oracle's father, but I think that's done and over.
The Oracle's oh, that poor ghost. It's probably crushed. I mean, I don't know. You can't crush a ghost, obviously, but it's
I
now.
feel so bad for it.
It's definitely. I mean, to be fair, it was in sort of like a pocket dimension through that portal, so he probably is fine.
Yeah.
But getting to him might be a problem.
Well, we can just if instead of you moving your character, Lily, you can just pretend like you're there at this.
Yeah, we could just do
Yeah,
theater of the mind. That's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
If
wasn't
you don't
his-
mind,
Yeah, go for
like
it.
no
Yep.
for me.
Yeah, so just whatever you want to say, Lily, or just say go ahead and scry, and then
Okay, so we'll say that you guys are down in the scrying room. There's like these magical pools of water that you could use to scry.
mm-hmm.
Everybody go. Or I'll do it for you, Lily. I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask everybody to do an Arcana check real quick.
Oh, good, our favorite stat. Let's see.
Hey, we rolled high pretty high last time.
Yeah, I got a 17, and Vinny has a 12.
I got an
Okay.
8.
So what Saberwolf and Brenine sort of notice is that when you try to cast this spell, when you try to scry, it fails. And it's not like a fail as in it's past its, DC on the other side. Like, it's like the spell fizzled. And however they know this, and they're sort of hearing about magic here and there, they know that if a creature is on a different plane of existence and you try to scry it, the spell fails.
Plane of existence, as in like another dimension kind of thing.
Pretty much.
Wow.
There's all sorts of different planes of existence in this universe. Like the elemental plane of existence and the sort of hell version of plane.
The demons.
How does
So-
one track something interdimensionally? Is that a thing in D&D?
Well, it's magically. I'd have to check if you could track it from different planes, but there's ways to cross planes.
Interesting.
So do we know if she's dead?
You're
Or
not
whether-
sure.
Hmm.
That's true too, I suppose. It would have failed like that if she was dead as well. So she's either not on this plane of existence or she's dead.
I don't remember how she was taken or lost her in the first place, so I have no idea where to start with that, to be honest. I don't know her backstory well enough.
You remember that she was taken prisoner by those demons.
Oh, so
it's entirely possible that they brought her to their plane of existence,
Wow.
or she might be dead.
Gotcha.
Well, we could try and go after her. Or
That's a whole new campaign, probably.
Well, it's beyond that. I don't want to go back into the demon stuff for
Other
Okay.
reasons, yeah.
For reasons, yeah. So I'll figure out some way to close that out. I promise, Lily. But for now, we're just gonna say, you think in your heart of hearts you feel like she's not dead. She must be on a different plane of existence.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, is there some way to communicate with her in any way?
I would have to
Or-
look into it off the top of my
Okay.
head. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The whole planner stuff, like different planes, is like very high level magic stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's not something I've ever actually experienced myself.
I
like,
understand.
I had I had a level 5 spell that said like planetary binding or something like that.
planar
Planar
binding, something
binding.
like that.
And it had something to do with planetary existences.
Let's
But
see.
I didn't choose it because I don't know anything.
Oh, okay. So this says you attempt to bind a celestial elemental, fey, or fiend to your service. So that's kind of like getting like a
An elemental companion.
essentially that's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you can so that's like kind of like the opposite, where it's like you are summoning this from their plane to yours,
No.
Wow. That's useful.
to serve you or whatever.
Mm.
Well, do you want to try and scry for the octopus? For funsies?
Why not?
Sure.
Okay, so we'll say you have first-hand knowledge, and you don't have a likeness or picture, a possession or garment, or a body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like. So it's just going to be a straight roll.
Yeah, Vinny rolled a 21.
Well, that's the Arcana check is not to do with scrying. That was just to me for you guys to figure out why the spell fizzled.
Oh, okay.
So the octopus is going to get a saving throw. I'll just do it right in front of you guys. How about that?
Oh, whatever.
Oops.
I trust you.
Wrong thing.
It
Oh, it's
fails.
a 1d10. Wow, okay.
Okay. Rolls a 3. So you guys in the pools of water ahead of you, it starts to ripple on its own, and then it smooths out from the center. And in that center, you see this underwater location, and you just sort of see this little octopus, and he's just like pressed up against the wall, trying his best to sort of camouflage himself in the wall.
Oh.
Hmm.
And that's all. That's all.
What to do with that knowledge?
Well, that was fun.
Well,
He's
we
chilling
know
with
there's
a
an underwater
SpongeBob at the
place.
moment.
Alright. Should we go to the Harpers, or is there anything else that you guys want to do here?
I think Harper's is a good bet.
Okay.
Of course, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going to.
We're gonna go to we're gonna use the fast travel system here to go to Everland, was it? To talk
Yeah.
to
I can't remember though. To
Crown?
get out of the Maelstrom, I think there's like they have like a teleport thing, right?
Yeah, it
You
was
can go
right. It
pretty
was
much
yeah.
anywhere.
You had unlocked that. It was like some sort of
Yeah.
either to the left or
yeah.
to the right here. I don't remember where it was, but it was like
I think it was this one, but regardless, I think you can go anywhere you want with that teleport.
yes. That's how
Um,
we got out in the first place.
So, do you guys want to just go straight to Everland?
Oh yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to pick up your airship, just leave it safe in Yartar for now, or
Yeah, if the airship is safe in Yartar, then we can
Yeah.
just go. I mean, Yartar and Everland are connected via fast travel network anyway. So,
correct.
Yeah.
Everland. Okay, so you guys appear actually in the. You could teleport directly to the teleportation circle inside of Moongleam Tower, the Harper's Tower,
Gotcha.
their headquarters.
All right, and I guess when we arrive, I'll just talk to the nearest acolyte or whatever he is, and just say, "Hey, can we speak to Crowan, please?"
And he sort of just, without even speaking, nods and sort of scurries out. A few minutes later, Crowan enters, leaning heavily on his cane as he walks in, or his staff, I guess, as it were.
Does he throw a health potion at me?
Throws a book at you and it explodes.
Okay.
Wow.
You go much slower now. No, okay, so yeah, so Crowan enters and he says, "Oh, well, if it isn't the..." Shut up. "Oh, well, if it isn't the old intrepid band of the heroes of indecisiveness.
Well, to
It's
say
been a while.
yes, I will. Please listen. We have much to tell you.
I love a good tale.
Oh, so to save on the whole 20-minute speech, we'll recap everything that we've learned, including what we learned at the Maelstrom just now, and say, we've got, and finish up with saying, we have Nimmerith's personal supplies with us, and we were hoping that you can help us scry her current location, as well as possibly give us the general whereabouts of King Hecaton, or if you notice a disturbance in the force, if you will, on where you can't scry. Whatever you could do to possibly point us in the right direction of this boat that Hecaton is supposedly a prisoner on.
Okay, so we're going to take things one thing at a time here.
Sure, yeah, take your time.
Okay.
This is more from my memory than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
He says, if you have the personal belongings of this Immerith, it will help greatly. And he sort of pulls a crystal ball from his sleeve.
Yep, so I just hand over the stuff.
Okay. And he starts casting the spell. But let me just look at the modifiers here. So you have a possession or garment, so you're going to get a bonus of 4 for that. And I don't know if it's supposed to be the person who's actually casting it has heard of the firsthand experience with it, but I'll just say it's firsthand for now because I don't know 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to get a bonus to that, and then I am going to roll for Immerith.
Okay.
Actually, I could do it off her character sheet. And let me just make sure it's a wisdom saving throw, right? Correct. Okay. Oh,
The suspense is killing me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
Drawing spell is so freaking complicated.
I know.
It's probably not if you actually know it well, but I just have never actually messed with this stuff much. Okay. Okay, I think with the bonus, that will do it. So, as he's holding this this crystal ball and chanting his magic, you start to see a swirl of clouds inside of the ball. And then they start to dissipate slowly. And what you see is Ymrith, and she's in her dragon form. A huge, enormous, ancient blue dragon. What you also see is that she's inside some sort of structure, but you can tell that there's sand all over the floor. It's like the floor is sand.
Oh, it's not lava, it's sand?
It's sand. Yeah, she's not standing on the furniture.
So, guys, she's in a kid's playground box thing.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we able to ask him, can you tell us, are there any, is it a structure or is it a cave that she's in?
It's a structure, it looks like.
A structure with sand.
It's a litter box.
A sandcastle. Maybe.
Basically. We caught her going to the bathroom.
She makes number twosies and then she walks out. Sorry. No. But, so yes, you could say that it's likely a desert that she's in. Oh, okay. And she's either taken residence in or somehow constructed sort of this structure in the desert.
Interesting. Oh. I recall seeing a desert or two listed on the map, but I don't remember off the top of my head where they might be. Not that we're really looking for her, but I just want to make sure she's not going to be around when we look at the Isles.
Is she in this? So that means that she's still in the same plane of existence as us?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
So she's around here in a desert somewhere.
Yeah.
Prowan says, interesting. It seems this could correspond with some other information that the Harpers have gathered. And he puts his crystal ball away as the spell ends. He says, there have been many sightings over the years of a great blue dragon over the desert to the east, the Honorok Desert. seems possible that may be where her lair is.
Okay, and just to refresh my memory, is the Honorok Desert anywhere near the Purple Isles?
Basically, okay, I'll put you guys back on the world map for a second.
Okay, just so I know where that is in comparison.
The Honorok Desert is that big old desert to the east.
Oh, okay, so she's completely on the opposite direction.
She's
okay.
thousands and thousands of miles away from the Purple Isles.
Okay.
Okay.
So, long story short, if we do go to recon the ship and King Hekaton, there's a good chance she will not be in the air waiting for us to take us down. That's a good sign, actually. Okay.
Correct. You also know about her, I mean, just from what you've seen at least, that she seems to be more of like the brooding type. Like she snuck into the king, the storm giant king's court. She didn't just bust in dragon form, killing everything.
Right.
So she might not be the type that is like all about just kill my enemies.
She's
you understand?
Sneaky. Yeah.
Yeah, she's more calculated.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
She's smart. Okay.
Right. She's, she uses trickery and that kind of crap.
Good to know.
He also mentions that these dragon sightings were mostly reported on the northern side of the northern end of the Honorok Desert.
Okay, there's a town, Ascor, up there. Ascor, Citadel, Adbar might be places to start. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what Ascar is, but okay.
Yeah, it's
She might
probably
still
just a
have
little
the-
town. I don't...
It's a car that likes to show off its butt.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kidding. Sorry.
So
Thank you for that.
Very helpful. All right.
You guys have a general idea of
Great.
where she is?
Okay, that's good. I mean, I just wanted to know if she was around the Purple Isles or not. And now that she's not, we have a better chance with our airship of getting in there.
Correct. Now, I'm guessing, I know we kind of fast forwarded through the whole explain everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you mentioned to him that you believe that the king is being held on a ship around the Purple Isles.
Right.
And this also raises his eyebrow. And I'll cut the RP for now. And basically what he tells you is that the Purple Isles kind of have this reputation similar to the Bermuda Triangle of our world.
Oh.
Where like ships go missing, weird stuff happens there.
I'll tell him. We talked to him about the Kraken Society. This leads into the other questions we're going to ask him. Does he know anything about the Kraken Society? Do they have some sort of mental or magical powers that would explain the disappearances of the Purple Owls and stuff like that? Could the Kraken Society be housed there and causing all that mystical chaos?
He says, the Kraken Society is something that is new to us, relatively speaking. We've heard reports of it, but it seems to be recruiting or kidnappings, this sort of thing. We had no reason to believe that they were a true force to be reckoned with, and as such we have not investigated them properly.
I see. The Giants are too busy to help us, or based on the status of their current kingdom. Do you have any recommendations on help regarding this situation? Or do you guys have, fighters that would normally go out and handle this kind of thing? Or are we on our own?
The Harpers are not exactly a combat-ready organization, you see. We're more research and intelligence.
I see. R&D,
if-
got it.
Exactly. If you were to look for assistance, you may look to the Lord's Alliance. They are the sword of this,
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it, this civilization, whatever.
Okay.
Um,
and Everland here?
The Lord's Alliance, you can find the nearest base up at Hawk's Nest to the north, past Silvery Moon. If you go there, that's where they keep their Griffin roosts as well. If you could potentially
Okay.
Well, God, I'm struggling for words today.
No, it's all
You
good.
could potentially
Deckard Cain is
buy
old. It's fine.
like rent Griffins if you want to
Gotcha.
use those for
If we
flying.
didn't have the airship, I bet you that's what we would be doing. Okay.
Right.
So are these Lords Alliance people? Are they good? Are they in the up and up? They're lawful, good.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Of course, every bunch has a bad apple or two, but in general, they are working for the good of the realm.
Okay. That might be the allies that Bernane was talking about. They may help us. So
Could be.
that's a thought. Okay. What else were we gonna ask him? I don't remember. Were we gonna ask him? Oh, do you know if the Blue Dragon or the Kraken Society have any weaknesses that you can possibly know about?
Let's see. Well, dragons, as I'm sure you know, are immune in correspondence to their colors to certain elements.
Right.
The
Electricity.
Earth would be lightning, exactly. As far as weaknesses, there is no such weakness that affects all dragons like that. No.
Okay.
It's not like it's not like Pokemon where it's like
I was like,
fire
okay,
beats water or whatever.
Right,
it is.
exactly. I was just thinking.
Oh.
It doesn't work like that. No, for D&D.
Gotcha. No rock paper scissors. All right.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah. So and as far as the Kraken Society goes, he just doesn't know enough about it.
Right. Okay.
It's like this little ragtag thing that there's been whispers about it, so
Makes sense.
it's sort of slipped under the radar of the Harpers.
Okay. What else? Is there anything else, guys, that you want to ask him while we're here, or have him do? Or...
Have we asked about the dust creatures? I don't know.
I think we did talk to the Harpers about the little dust. I think they were just summoning. I think the Blue Dragon had just summoned them into guard form to pretend like they were guards. But
yeah, I can't remember if I told you this or not, but I think I did. It was basically she seems to have the power to create gargoyles, which she can take many forms.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that's all I have. What do you guys? Are you guys? Any other questions or anything? Any other thoughts?
So, this blue dragon has the conch, right?
No, we have the conch.
Wait, okay, that's what I meant. She has the scepter. Right?
She has the scepter, and actually, when you were scrying it, you could see that she had it like very close to her.
Oh my goodness.
So, long story short, we have to rescue King Hecaton from the ship on the Purple Isles, and then go east to face the Blue Dragon, get the scepter back, and save the daughter. So there's two different missions going on there. I would say we get to King Hecaton. We know a Blue Dragon is incredibly powerful. I would say if we can rescue King Hecaton first, then maybe with his help, we could raise an army, or maybe even him himself can help us to rescue the scepter and get his daughter back into regular form. I'm thinking the Krakens first, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean,
Kraken?
The Kraken, yeah. Unleash the Kraken. So, all right.
may I ask a very simple question, just real quick, to Mr. Mr. Harper.
Sure, go for it.
I just want to ask a question about the Lord's Alliance. Will they help us if we ask for their help, or will they require something in return, like payment or something else?
Well, I suppose it all depends on what's on their agenda, but they will typically be much more willing to help somebody who is a member of the Lord's Alliance.
Oh.
If you would be willing to join their service, perhaps that would entice them.
Interesting. Okay.
We can also use these can, so you can find more information. That's also a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. Well, that's all I had here. If you guys, anything else that you guys can think of?
Nope.
Nope, not here.
All right. So I say, if I don't know what the status is, but at this point, if it were up to me, this is where we would maybe recon the Purple Isles and figure out where they might. Oh, is that something else we could have asked the guy here? Can he give us a general area in the Purple Isles where this ship might be, or is it up to us to try and find it on our own?
Yeah, it's. You're talking about Crown?
Yeah, it can Crown give us a more general, a more I don't know, more specified location, like an area, or does it not work that way?
It's just that basically it's like this whatever magic is affecting the ship makes it so it's essentially invisible to scrying, or any divination magic. So it's like even if he like magically knew the spot to look at, it would still not show up in his crystal ball. You understand?
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So he's not much help there, unfortunately. It's just the way that this counter magic was designed makes him basically blind to helping you with this ship.
Okay. And in terms of size, how big are the purple rocks? How many days would it take for us to recon that area? Would it take weeks or? We do have an airship. It would probably be faster, but still.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys were using the airship, you can probably go about 100 miles in a day, so it might take you like 2 or 3 days to get the entire
That's not bad.
diameter of the islands.
Okay.
But that would be. It could be much less than that if you find it.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I mean, I think just going there and looking for our next session would be. I mean, we could just go there.
How fast is a Griffin?
How fast is what?
The Griffin?
A Griffin.
A Griffin.
Have a Griffin on the ship and use it as a scout to cover more ground.
That's true. A Griffin would be much faster than your airship, but it also requires rest. It's not like you could ride it day and night. But what you're saying would make sense.
So maybe we can visit the Lord's Alliance, explain the situation, ask them for help, and if they don't give us men, maybe just let us borrow a Griffin, so that it can maybe scout the area. I've got my Saberwolf has his whole talk to animals. It's not a spell. It's that Primeval Awareness or something like that. I can actually get a good beat on animals and talk to them. So I'm wondering if I could use this Griffin to help us search.
Or someone could consider joining, like me, for example.
Yeah, if you want, that's completely up to you.
We can have someone who knows. How
I don't know what your responsibilities would be as a member. Like if you have to stay there or like.
Very true.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I'll just do that real quick because if you were to join the Lord's Alliance, you would basically get like a little badge, kind of like as an insignia of your being a part of them, and you could carry out stuff and get quests from them on their behalf. But it's not like you're locked into like.
Okay.
You're. It's not like being like a soldier in an army. Yeah. Like you're not trapped there.
Gotcha. And is it open to all?
You come here the day of my Griffin's wedding.
Is it open to everyone of any class, any race, any alignment?
Yeah, I mean, you would probably start off as sort of like a trial basis because they don't want people who are going to do bad stuff to join.
Sure.
But as long as your reputation is good and you continue to do good things, then yes, you'll be fine.
Okay. Does it matter if we can't remember stuff? Because we're so indecisive.
Nah.
I'll try to help you where I can.
Okay, so here's a really quick question. Can I ask Crown if he would be able to scry a ship's wake? Is that a possibility?
No,
it's encompasses there.
First of all, the scry has to target a person, right?
Okay.
But even other forms of divination magic, it would just appear as if there was nothing there. Even the wake and everything would be basically magically concealed.
Gotcha. All right, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do?
I say next step. Again, this is just a suggestion. Go talk to the Lord's Alliance. See if we can get some help from them. At the very least, borrow a Griffin to help us scout, and I'll help maintain it because I have that primal primeval whatever awareness thing.
Mhm.
So
I'm up for that.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what everybody agrees on.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So then the plan would be get a Griffin, potentially,
Mm-hmm.
take your airship. I mean, that would be another thing, is you would basically have to... I mean, that's fine. You would just have to... Because I don't think the Griffin could get to the teleportation circle. So you might have to physically walk to the airship
Can
with
I
the Griffin.
teleport? Can I polymorph into a griffin?
Depends on the CR. I'm not sure what the... Let me...
You could if you have enough, or just some type of bird animal.
Yeah, I'm sure you could transfer into something that flies, maybe not a Griffin.
We have Whisper, but I don't think Whisper.
Oh, it's only a CR2. You should be able to do a Griffin, actually. If you wanted to.
Well, it's up to you guys.
Well,
That-
is a Griffin faster than an airship or slower?
It's
It's
faster, but it like an airship you could fly day and night. A Griffin has to rest.
Right. Okay.
So if you're like racing across a continent, the airship would probably end up being faster.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I get
would
to
it
name
be
the.
able-
I'm gonna name the Griffin Falcor right now, and that's all there is to it.
Nice. I like it.
Wow.
Would the Griffin fit in the airship with us? Or
It could fit on the upper deck.
oh, okay.
It would just basically have to, basically sit there while you guys flew.
It would.
Okay.
Can we train it to poop over the side and not on the deck?
The Griffins of the Lord Alliance are very well trained.
Okay, good.
They take pride in their Griffins.
Very nice.
We can maybe
Nope.
ask someone who can
All
fly,
right.
because I don't think we can fly griffins.
So, where's the? Okay, so the Lord's Alliance. I guess that's our next stop. Whenever that is.
Lord's Alliance. Yep, up in Hawk's Nest. And
Okay.
then after that, you guys are going to go to the Purple Isles and scout it, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll figure out what from there.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, fair enough. I have an idea of what you're doing. I should be able to plan. We are not playing next weekend, scheduling problems.
Okay, that's fine.
But the following weekend, we will be back on, and that's when we will continue.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
Well, thank you, everyone. It was awesome. It's nice.
Yes, thank
nice
you,
getting
everyone.
back into the saddle here.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. I wasn't sure if you guys were like, "Oh, D&D's back," or
Are you kidding me? I've been waiting to finish this for how long now?
I will say that you guys are coming close to the end here.
I figured. I mean, once
It's been a long.
once we get the Storm King's stuff figured out, I think it'll restore balance to the balance of power, as it were.
The Ordning, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100% certain, but probably.
Yeah,
And then there's the question of Ymrith.
that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely. Do we maybe have a peek into the next quest?
Well,
The
the next
next
quest would
module.
be the Kraken Society.
Oh,
I think he's talking after this campaign,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
and that I'm not sure about.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just
There's
curious.
like the thing that was nice about Fandalen to hear is that it was like sort of built to sort of connect. As far as I know, there's not one that directly connects to the ending of this one.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'll have to look into it, but yeah, well, I'll have to figure that out. But don't worry, you guys still got a couple. I think probably weeks of
Oh yeah.
of Storm's King's Thunder.
Yeah,
before
we're
we
gonna be at
finish.
this for a while still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm keeping my eye out for any like forks or spoons.
You know what people actually do is you can buy a bag of ball bearings, and those all count as small objects. So
Oh,
you just
wow.
throw out like 8 or 10 or whatever the number is, and then animate those, and they can just start whacking into people.
Oh, nice. What about shurikens? Shurikens.
Shurikens you could do too, I guess.
Cool.
Now, functionally, they do the same damage as a ball bearing. I just want to make that clear.
I see.
Hmm.
But yeah, whatever thing you want, you can just carry a bunch of small things and then just have them at your disposal in case you're in like a cave or something where a bunch of tiny stuff might not be available.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That's awesome.
Marbles.
Just
Yeah,
grab a bunch
marbles,
of
whatever you want.
My giant eyeball, my amphibious scion head. Dude, I'm gonna animate all of it.
It's gonna be that my singing monsters. Like you're just gonna have.
She's gonna have her own band
Right,
made out of
yeah.
like dismembered body parts.
Right, it's just gonna be Star Wars Cantina all over again. Just walk in.
Oh my.
All right. Well, thanks
Rubbing on the
everyone.
old head.
I'm gonna go eat something.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It was awesome as usual.
Alrighty. I hope everyone's excited to keep going, and
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
we will continue in 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Take
Alright,
care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.